Hello and welcome to Patrick's Models on Transport. Right, I have applied the first coat of blue paint to the rail car and satisfied up to a certain point. So of course this is the very first coat, very first coat, and I applied it directly to the styrene. I didn't put an undercoat because I said I'm going with dark paint, no problem. Instead, and I remember this even when I did the the green rail bus last summer. The first coat was it wasn't really gripping on very well. Also, I know some people actually wash the parts in a neutral kind of soap, so they degrease them. Of course, I've had my hands all over this stuff, and even if I have very dry skin and I'm very careful, wash my hands regularly, of course you'll be leaving anyway traces of grease from your hands when handling things, and plus pencil lead markings and the like. So this coat of dark blue is now on. It's okay, it's not coming off. I am rubbing it with my finger and it's staying on. And this is acting as an undercoat. So what I'm going to do on the other side, and here, the other cab front, I'm going to apply a layer of primer here. That way, that'll act as an undercoat, the same as I did on part of the white. The white's come very well, I have to admit, it's nice. The white is also gloss. So I'm a bit undecided what to do here, because the gloss is nice, but the blue is matte. And I know by experience that matte paint tends to cover imperfections better than gloss. On the other hand, gloss can also help to cover imperfections, because here we can see in the gloss effect here, the shine is covering quite a few imperfections, and it's giving that kind of wavy kind of effect that railway carriages and rail cars have. When you look at them at a slant, you see that they're kind of wavy, in particular the Italian ones. There's this tendency to a waviness in the steel panels. I'm talking about locomotives like the E424, the E636, and carriages. It's a typical thing you'd see on these older trains. So it's also something you see on any welded, in particular welded steel structure. You'll see it even on a ship or whatever. They were talking about it on a recent video of Battleship New Jersey. I follow the channel Battleship New Jersey Memorial and Museum in New Jersey, about the American battleship, and they were talking on one episode about this kind of wavy effect that you see, and people were commenting that even you see it on trains. So apart from that, I like all sorts of transport. So in fact my channel is called Patrick's Models and Transport. I'm not only a train enthusiast, I'm a transport enthusiast. It's a different and potentially much more dangerous thing. Especially when you get to one-to-one things. Anyway, so this paint is matte. Of course this is the first layer, so it's pretty crummy. I'm thinking I don't have gloss blue, and nor am I planning to buy it. But to obtain the correct shade, I've mixed, it's a 50-50 mix of dark blue, this dark blue 70925, which is azul intenso in Spanish, and here, and 961, which is in Spanish azul cielo, meaning sky blue. So I mixed 50-50, a drop of dark blue, a drop of sky blue, and we obtain more or less what is the shades of the traditional interurban railway or interurban tram or light rail shade of blue that was used in Italian railways. Of course, this is a freelance project, so many things are definitely not prototypical. The whole thing is invented by myself, and we know about that. It's a what if. A what if they had continued making rail cars like the ALN 772, so with the two vertically mounted bus style engines at the front, but combined with an ALN 668 style bodywork, which instead had two underfloor engines. This is a what if. So I'm rambling along without any. So when I do the locomotive presentations, the potted history, I actually have a script and I write notes and I more or less follow a script, not to waste time and not to dilly-dally and blah blah blah. But when I'm doing these videos here, I just chinwag away and it's just chatting. So if you think I sort of start at one point and end up, I don't know, I start in Italy and then I go all the way to Australia and then I come back to Italy to explain a simple thing. You can just tell me so in the comments. Okay, my wife tells me this. I tend to sort of sometimes I wander away. Okie doke. Anyway, back to our rail car. So what I'm thinking to do is, of course, mix 50-50 mix of dark blue and light and sky blue, and then add a tiny drop of gloss varnish to the mix to give it a sort of semi-gloss finish. I'll do a test. In fact, the idea would be to actually put a drop of dark blue, a drop of sky blue, and a drop of gloss varnish, and that should give us a semi-gloss effect. So definitely we'll give that a try and we'll do a test on. It's a pity. I'll try and mix the 3 very small drops because I don't like wasting paint, because I'm not painting any blue now, because what I'm going to do when I put this camera off, I'll just do it off camera listening to some music, because I'm just going to put the primer along here and on the front. Of course, the one that hasn't been painted yet. So I'll give it primer and then let the primer dry. And I might give the doors a coat of blue, sky blue, which might be an idea. But I'll do the primer now. I'm not doing anything else. One thing at a time. Okay, that's it. What else was I going to tell you? I've forgotten. Oh, I've forgotten. I think I didn't have to tell you anything else. Okay, that's it. Right. I'm a bit knackered. This is the 3rd video I filmed today, and I also had work to do this afternoon, so I'm a bit on the knackered side. So I'm going to do this primer, then it's shower time and bedtime. Okay, very well. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, do it in whatever order you wish. Cheerio, and see you next time.